one thing we have to really understand, you are talking of the one philosophy and we are talking of the absolutely different philosophy. Though I am not in disagreement what you are saying, right? We are not in disagreement what you are proposing. At the same time, our philosophy is little different. Uh, are you appreciating that? What we are trying to say, ki, the people, those who are already connected and they are in our net, whatever ultimately, what is your age, Mr. Harish? What is your age? Come again? 49, right? So in this 49 and being a very highly technical competent person who trains so many people, right? In the various arenas, CAs, advocates, and you have done a lot of work in a social field also. You have worked for humanity, you have worked for Hinduism. So you are having a very wide spectrum of your area of influence, right? Now, just to show this concept, because this is a mathematical model which is saying that within 9 days we can easily rise ourselves to the 100 crore, right? And the similar thing could be done in a model, say, for the population of the 9 crore as well, right? Okay. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Ah. So, yeah, there was a loss of voice basically. So, what I am saying that in our model, whatever you are saying, we may continue that also, but our focus should be conducting the meeting of the public and allowing them to decide whether they want to be Chandragupta or they want to be the Sadasya, right? So basically, everybody is deciding, keeping in mind their own situation. Few people would like to continue in behind the curtain or in the background because of their own social situation, because of their own capability, their own thinking, right? And if these people, those who do not want to come forward, they just brief their own men, own family members, own relative, own friends, right? And allowing them to take the similar call. So many of them would like to say fight or come into the race of the competition. Since no money is involved, say whether you are in position to finally come or establish yourself in a competition, you are not losing anything because you are not spending anything, right? What you are spending time and energy in going to your people, sitting with them, sipping tea, cup of tea with them, and briefing them and trying to really educate them, and they are giving them the option, right? In the process, they are supposed to add 90 people, and again the 90 people is a theoretical figure which only one person need to do, that is Mathili Saran Gupta, right? Out of 100 crore, 90 crore need not to even add one person. Still, we will be becoming 100 crore. And only out of 100 crore, 9 crore need to add only 10 people. So adding 10 people is not a very big game. Are you getting my point? Now if we limit and say the 9 crore of the population, it means only 8 days are required, right? So it is a very easy thing, and within 5 years we will be changing the very fabrics, very the law structure. which will provide the different kind of the ecosystem, including expenditure-free election arrangement. So the future generation will be having different set of the ecosystem, different set of the law, which will be given them in this framework of the 5 year itself. By then, a lot of things will be changing. So let's drop thinking of the future generation at this moment of the time. We will be doing great justice if we can only focus for the next 9 days, and if we could, with our full dedication, add only the 90 people as per our pledge. And when the notification, or when we will be deciding, because in case of the Karnataka, we have to give our odd deadlines on which the we will be drawing that merit list, right? So on that given date, the whosoever 224, those who have added the maximum number of the people, they will become the Chandragupta. So we need not to really search who are the Chandragupta, who are our MLA candidate, because MLA candidate and the Chanak, they are the two different entity. And Chanak people like you, those who have done lot of homeworks, many of the people have done so much of the work. They are already, many of them, they are in touch with me, and those who are not, they will be brought, and then there will be deliberations, and there will be precipitation, and these 21 objective will come into the play without really bothering that who are these person. The only person, those who will be committing themselves and doing their job sincerely. Now, what I am saying, please, you continue to do whatever you are doing, but ultimately those Chandragupta have to conduct as many as Sangoshti, as many as meetings as possible at their end, so that they should become the number one, right? So we can, including Mr. Tejasvi Surya, we can talk to the n number of other people as well. That is not a issue at all. But even if the Tejasvi Johanna he joins, we can also Johanna join with them. But ultimately, he has to conduct the meetings, and he has to add people. Are you getting my point? Finally, it is the merit list of the person aided by you, or not only person aided by you. You have indoctrined them, you have energized them, you have done the pledge with them, they have taken the pledge as a Chandragupta or as a simple member. So, as a simple member, they wish to remain behind the curtain, and essentially they are doing the two things, adding the 90 people, and the second things, when the list of the Chandragupta on the basis of the merit list of the people they have aided, 224 people, they will be given the ticket of the Vidhayak, right? By then, 70% of the population, without any efforts, will become the part of the crime-free Bharat mission. And these people, on the day of the declaration of Chandragupta, they will start going on the rooftop, banging thalis, lighting lamps, and shouting that this person is my Chandragupta and I am going to vote for him. Now, these things are absolutely different than your experience of the electioneering, as your experience. So, and here, till the declaration of the Chandragupta, your all physical and overt activity will cease to happen. Your main focus of the work will be before the notification of the Chandragupta. By then, after that, everything has to be done by the members, those who will be constituting almost 70% population of the Karnataka. And when the 70% population of the Karnataka would be going on the rooftop and will be lighting lamp, would be beating the thali and taking place that he is my Chandragupta, Mr. Harish is my Chandragupta, and I am going to vote for him. And finally, at the on the date of the voting, they will go and push the button of the EVM for Mr. Harish. So Mr. Harish will be will be winning. Here, you can promote a person, you can contact a person, you can energize him, and you say, "Ki, you are the right person." So you can take the horse to the water. You are not having the capacity to make him drink. Are you getting my point? Say you may contact Mr. Tejasvi Surya. Even if he is inclined and he joins, and if he did not put the efforts, and if the people have not joined as a member through the app link, then he will be out of the race in the of the 224 people. So he has to put the effort sincerely, and that efforts will be bringing more than 70% people under the umbrella. Otherwise, even the popular person like Narendra Modi, he is going to lose election. Your past popularity is not going to make a difference here, because the people, they are committed to 21 objective. They want to see the change of Bharat. These politicians, they have cheated the population, and they shamelessly imposed the rules, regulation, and processes and administration which was meant to govern slaves, Gulam Bharatiyon ko, and that was intended to humiliate Indians. That was intended to oppress them. That was intended to exploit them, and that was intended to loot this country. And on the top of it, now the politicians are thoroughly corrupt. See that how much wealth they have amassed. They are having no desire to change law. If the Supreme Court is saying that Parliament should enact the law or should make the provision in People's Representative Acts whereby the ticket cannot be given to the criminals, why this recommendation of the Supreme Court or Election Commission has not been considered so far? Why the more number of the people are being given, criminals are being given tickets? How come 51% of the member of Parliament, member of the Legislative Assembly of the Uttar Pradesh, they are criminals, which makes it 51%? Why you are really looking at them? I am not saying. I am saying the good people could be contacted, they could be briefed, and they could be energized if they are having the desire to push themselves as a Chandragupta. Sorry, Chandragupta. And Chandragupta means you are conducting more and more Sangashti in the area of your influence and adding the people and coming in the merit list. If you are number one, maybe the chief minister of the state. Here, all the decisions are in the hand of the people themselves. Maithili Sharan Gupta has already provided a model to help you out. Can I make you the number one position? Can I make you on the 30 position? Can I take you to the 224 position? And whosoever would be finally come in that race, he is governed by the 21 principle, and on that homework is not dependent on these Chandragupta. The homework is dependent on the Chanakya, who will take it to the public discourse. There will be public deliberations. After getting this refinement from the public, then it will be discussed with the Chandragupta. And all discussion, it will be live telecast would be there. So whole nation will look at it. Whole nation would be in position to contribute. After that refined thing, the things will become law. The Chandragupta is having no other option to say yes to that. Are you getting my point? Where our people are being controlled from the outside, many of us, for that ulterior consideration, we are just behaving like puppet. I think you must have seen the movie called Tashkent File, in which a hint was given that no less than the prime minister of the country was on their payroll. Have you seen that? Tashkent File, which vividly gives the description, even our prime minister was on their roll. When we are sellable for nothing, we are ready to sell our country. Why we are giving too much importance to the person? Let the person should prove himself. Even Mr. Tejasvi Surya, he has to prove himself through his efforts. He has to prove his popularity by adding the people. Because addition through the Crime Free Bharat Mission app will only be the indicative of that. Are you getting my point? Let's talk of situation because of the whatever the influence. Because at present, whosoever won, he has won under the false impression which has been created by these political parties through the propaganda, through controlling the media, through controlling the print and electronic media, conducting the false surveys and giving them the wide publicity, conducting the paid ansawaz where they are sending vehicles to collect the people, those who are not connected, they have been given the breakfast, lunch and dinner and given 500 rupees as a daily labor kind of that payment to them. Is this the democracy? Is this the popularity? And on the top of it, they are doing something called Katal ki Raat, which means they will be distributing money, they will be distributing liquor, they will be distributing saris, and poor people will be made to जो है ना, but they will purchase their vote. Is it the democracy? Is it the indication of the popularity? Whosoever ever had won, it does not mean he is popular. Here the popularity has to be proven by जो है ना, energizing the people and making them the member, making them as a pledged member or pledged Chandragupta. So, may I request you, whatever you are feeling, it has to be properly explained to the people, and that need it is called the energization. The same energization has to be done to the public. Now, I expect few favors from you. Should I list them out? Should I list out the relevant जो है favors or the activity which I expect from you? Number one activity, since majority of the content is in Hindi, I will appreciate if that could be converted into the Kannada, and if you can really help out in that, right? So that our medium could be become the we can very strongly can really advocate or can really be our content could reach out to the public and they can understand in their own language. Number one. Number two, whatever the leaflets and things, including 21 objective and what is including the declaration and what is the pledge for the members, what is the pledge for the Chandragupta. This material can be translated into the Kannada language and even English also, and that could be widely made available to the people. And if possible, my videos could be created into the Kannada and your own videos in Kannada language talking about the things, and they can be uploaded on YouTube and can be and a link can be sent to me, so I will publish and it will be made available to the whosoever is connected with the crime free Bharat. We forget about everything. We only need 9 days if we are sincere enough. Within 9 days, 70% population of Karnataka would be a member of the crime free Bharat. Let's give it a try. We are not spending a penny. Even during the electioneering, whosoever will become Chandragupta, we are not expecting him to canvass, because during your one-to-one meeting, during your Sangoshti and group meetings, you have already educated and conducted enough meeting with each one of them one-to-one, and they are already energized and having the place to vote for your Chandragupta. So after the notification of the Chandragupta, you need not to even canvass. So your expenditure on canvassing is zero. Sit comfortably and just keep on energizing the people. I think rest of the things will take place. If you imagine a situation within 2 3 days of the people started beating the thalis and lighting the lamps and shouting on the top of the voice that chartered accountant Mr. Harish is my Chandragupta. You don't feel the remaining 30%, many of them, they will go up a stair. From 70%, it will become the 90%. Who will be in position to give a fight to the CA Harish? And whether CA Harish, he has spent a penny from his pocket? Now, why are you really applying your mind? Why are you not testing your model sincerely, which need not to put you in any inconvenient position? You are not breaking any law. You are not conducting any procession. You are not submitting any memo to anybody. When you are just sitting with your own people and everybody sitting with their own people and energizing them and making them the member of the Chandragupta. And then automatically whosoever is the victorious will become the Chandragupta. He will automatically will get the ticket also. He will automatically will get elected without spending a penny. What is the harm in giving it a trial? I am really failing to understand why you are not conducting the meeting and why you are not connecting me. I will give a first-hand briefing to the your members. Can you help me out in these two things? While I am not discouraging you, you can contact as many people whom you feel they are good and they would like to have a changed Bharat. Our present politicians, they do not want to have the changed Bharat. After 75 years of the, they are still, we are governed by the rules which were meant for the slave Indians. When a peon need to be the person of a good moral character and it has to be educated, why these bloody lawmakers, they are illiterate? Why they are the criminals? And if you say that till they exhaust even that pardon given by the president, till they are innocent, then why don't you extend the same facility to the poor peons? On the basis of the police report, you are depriving them from the service. We should be having the similar, we should be more compassionate toward the people of the lower strata. So, I mean, these, I am saying, you discuss, Mr. Narendra Modi has not done a bit. He just created a drama. He removed Article 370, created a domicile policy, which is discriminatory and it is again, you are not allowing the proper integration of the Jammu and Kashmir. Only the people with the 15 year of the living there or 7 year of education, they will be only entitled to get domicile. And then they will be having, why the domicile policy of the Jammu and Kashmir should not be exactly the same as of the other states? I mean, domicile policy, it says that all A to D category job are reserved for the people those who are having the domicile, and the domicile says that you have to be there for 15 years or you have to have the education of the 7 years. Otherwise, this policy should have been publicly deliberated. Why it has been constantly just imposed? Now, Article 35A has been removed by the BJP. Why that BJP did not say even a single word that it was a unconstitutional work done by the Congress and by more so by the Prime Minister Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, then Prime Minister. And why that the BJP did not say that it was objected by Dr. Rajendra Prasad and the 8 points were given that this notification is unconstitutional. And Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru was having the guts to say that I agree with all of your 8 points. You please issue the notification. I will discuss informally on cup of tea. This kind of the unconstitutional moves are informal, will be discussed on cup of tea. What is this nonsense? And what about the intellectual people, you and me, and including the media? Why nobody deliberated about it? We should feel shame that we are intellectuals. When in 1990 the government has failed in protecting its citizen, it is a constitutional failure of a sovereign government. I think we should bring the law. If there is a sovereign failure, such people should be hanged. That should be a legal provision. How the Indians were tortured, they were killed, and they were made to flee from Jammu and Kashmir. Is it not a sovereign failure of the government? Why there should not be a law for that sovereign failure? By the Mr. Farooq Abdullah, why he should not be made to put into the prison for this fault? Why he should not be hanged? Why the people, those who were sitting in IB or everywhere, if IB has given the reports and if these poor bastards were sitting on the decision making, I think that should be made to the public and they should be punished. Otherwise, people will be doing this kind of the illegality. What kind of the Bharat you are talking of? Why we are blah blah? Why we want to toe the lines? So, Mr. Harish, I have listed that what I expect from my vice president, that since I am not having command on your Kannada, can you help out to translate all the document in Kannada? Can you really help in through your own speeches, or the right kind of the people can do the dubbing, or even they can create their own videos almost with the same content and maintaining the same pitch which Mathematician Gupta is maintaining. Are you getting my point? Uh-huh. Uh. So then what we can do, they can certainly understand my videos then. So I am speaking in Hindi. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, but we cannot miss out on the villages where the people don't understand. Okay. Oh, great. It means our new population, they must be knowing Hindi reasonably well, at least they can understand it. So still, no, still what is the harm? Whatever we are saying, that if same content could be created by Nitin, by you, whosoever you are the part of the crime-free Bharat, so that even the disadvantage in the hand of the few, why we should not neutralize that disadvantage also? Basically, it will be very nice if we can really neutralize that difference also. Do you agree with me? So, I very sincerely request you, without delay, can you start conducting your meeting in your area of influence and giving them the choice whether they are, as per their own your situation, whether they would like to be member, simple member by adding 90 people, and when the Chandragupta selection is notified, then going upstairs on the rooftop and lighting lamp and beating thali and taking pledge that this he is the my Chandragupta and I am going to vote for him. This will be making all the difference. I am saying all the political parties, all the candidates will be defeated, and majority of them they will be losing their security. Why don't you have the, either you should have the counter view, yeah, and you should be in position to neutralize my argument, or else you agree with me. Say we lost almost 10 days. We have not conducted single meeting. I try to contact Ruchan, he is not picking phones. Then either we are wrongly boasting that I am connected with 150. Those 150 organization, they do not want a changed India. They do not want crime-free Bharat. They do not want corruption-free Bharat. They do not want the tax-free Bharat. They do not want Mahrai-free Bharat. What they want? And they will be free from the colonial rules which were meant for the slave Indians. Either you people should be in position to counter what I am saying. Otherwise, why you are not giving a choice to them? Why you are dependent on the already established candidate? If they are ready and they wish to prove themselves, because they have to wish for. We are time and again saying for the members, we are time saying for the Chitragupta only, Chitragupta also. So whosoever is in the rest of the Chitragupta, we will be canvassing for them, including Mr. Tejas Surya as well. He will not be our candidate till he comes in the merit list. Are you getting my point? Mr. Surya has to prove that he is number one, then he will become the chief minister of the Karnataka. Otherwise, we will do without him. When we are ready to do without Mr. Narendra Modi and everybody, then why we should really bother about even Mr. Tejasvi Surya as well? He is most welcome because you are briefing me for the last 1 year. He is a most wonderful person. He is a most nationalist person, and he would certainly like India with the 21 objective. Today, even good people, they can't do anything. They are as helpless as anybody else. Mr. Tejasvi Surya, he might be Johanna, having the dream of the similar 21 objectives, but he's just incapable of implementing on the ground because the things are being dictated by the Narendra Modi and RSS or anybody, and they don't wish to do anything. Let Mr. Harish, let me ask you whether there can be any law more draconian than Worship Places Act, which takes away the right from Indians to look for justice. They cannot even file a petition in the court. Magistrates are prohibited and banned from taking cognizance. And whatever wrong has been done by the people, attacker and the person, they have killed many people and they are responsible. Whatever the nonsense has been done with the India, what, what kind of the जो है ना injuries has been caused to Bharat Mata by जो है removing Bharat Mata का श्रृंगार. These Vastukala ke examples like temples, they were the decorations. They were the singar of the Bharat Mata. What we are saying through this act, कि हे भारत माता तुम गुलामों की माता हो. You have to live with the injuries which has been caused by the people, attacker, those who have come from outside, and they intended to humiliate you. Why that kind of the humiliation should continue? Why our even Muslim bhais should identify themselves with the foreign attacker? They themselves they were forced for the conversion. Otherwise, they were Hindus. I am saying, as per Article 25, everybody is having the right to look for their moksha and whatever way, in whatever religion, where you feel that your moksha will come from there, you please do that. But why you should identify yourself with the Babar? Why you should identify with the Aurangzeb? Why you should identify? No, it is not converted. They were tortured. They were जो है ना humiliated and they were forced to convert themselves if उनको झजिया टैक्स नहीं देना था तो. So in order to save themselves from the atrocities, cruelty of these Mughal rulers, they were forced to change their religion. So what I am saying at this, just a minute, at this stage, let's give the choice to the individual. If as a Mr. Harish you feel you are happy with the Christianity, I should have no problem with that. If as a Muslim you are happy with the Islam, I am having just no problem. But if you are identifying yourself with foreign rulers, those who have committed the atrocities, then I am having a problem. If you are say if you are having a religion and you want to propagate, absolutely no problem. But if you say that ki, follow my religion, otherwise you are kafir, I will kill you, I will behead you, and I will get the Jannat, the heaven, and I will get the 72 beauties, hure mil jayengi. This is utter nonsense and it is a violation of Article 25. It is utter failure of our lawmaker that they did not come out with a four sections. I am saying violation of the Article 25 is a cognizable offence. It is a non-bailable offence. Bail can only be granted by the magistrate only in one position when report is false. That is the only condition. Otherwise, no bail will be granted. Number three, Without going to the court, within 30 days, as per the model of the crime-free Bharat, justice will be delivered. The punishment will not be less than 10 years, 10 to 15 years will be the minimum punishment. And whosoever will be guilty of violation of Article 25, his all property will be forfeited. If any organization is standing behind such person, all property of that organization will also be forfeited. Make this law and then tell me who is having the guts to really disturb our peace. We really we want to keep people under fear because that is the way to get divide and polarize the weight and stay in power. Up, you just tell me how Mr. Narendra Modi, PM Care Fund, when PIL is asking for how much money has been collected and how it has been used, shirking his responsibility, he says it is a private fund. You and me and everybody has given 1 day salary. Industrialist has been contributed. Why it is so? When there is already exemption for the political donation, how he has come out with a anonymous bond so that industrialist can, there is a anonymous bond for political donation. This is a very original idea of the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So that, hello. Yeah. So whatever had been deposited, whatever you know that 70 lakh crore has been written off of these industrialists. Is it the anonymous political bond that has been created for large fund could be repooled? Do you know 23rd installment of this anonymous bond has brought 678 crore rupees to the political parties? And I think main contribution is to the BJP. It is the 23rd establishment installment. What about that all 23 put together? Is it a percentage of the 70 lakh crore which has been waived off? Who will give the answer to these questions? Is it our statesmanship that if the some microphone has fallen off the Pakistani premier, is it our statesmanship to really make it a very big deal? We are standing in a first line and हम अकड़ के चल रहे हैं. Is it a proof of our statesmanship? What we really want to do? You are saying on the 15th August 1947, you said from the Lal Killa, Red Fort, that all signs of slavery will be removed. I am asking from Honorable Prime Minister, this colonial system, which was meant for the slave Indians, is it not a sign of slavery? No, is it a sign of slavery or it is not? Then what are you doing? After जो है ना 9 years, what has been done in concrete terms? Why a statesman of Bharat, why a Prime Minister of Bharat should गए आपकी बार ट्रम्प सरकार? Are we pithu of the any foreign government? Do you feel any premier of India should do that? I think this is shameful. How much money is being spent in for Modi कराने में? Why we have made you the lawmaker? Why the bad laws which were made against the provision of the constitution? Why they were not repealed? Many discriminatory law has been enacted, including the Waqf Board Act. Why that had not been repealed? We made you the lawmaker. Making good law is a primary responsibility. So please don't look at these people. The good people, if they want to join, We are all for them, but then they have to prove themselves. If Mr. Tejashi Sura could not come within 224, we will not be giving him ticket. So we cannot declare anybody our candidate. And we would like to give the choice to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. If a jute wala who is polishing shoe, and if he feels that he is having the guts to the Chandragupta and taking out the time, he can canvass the people and bring the majority of the people and come to the number one, he will be the chief minister. Why should we deprived of that opportunity? Especially when you need not to really depend on the wisdom of the Chandragupta, because wisdom is coming from the Chanakya. It is the commitment of the Chanakya to fulfill those 21 objectives. These Chandraguptas would be puppet in the hand of the Chandragupta. There will be deliberation with the Chandragupta. But if they are having something sensible to offer, that will be incorporated also. But they don't have the guts to block it. Are you getting my point? Why do we not want that kind of Bharat? And when nothing is going from our pocket, Mr. Harish, please start conducting meeting. Don't wait for the Tejashi Surya. Though I am not discouraging you, you please do contact him. You can contact as many people as you like, because we are saying conduct the Sangosti, Sangosti, Sangosti. It will be a Sangosti with the Tejashi Surya and his whosoever the disciple available at that moment of the time, when you will be briefing them about the crime-free Bharat, how this country will be made free from the colonial rule, how the transparent and accountable administration system will be in place, and if they will not be the lords. If they take wrong decision, they will be made to pay compensation. At the moment, you are gulams. You can be arrested just on the sheer suspicion, or the suspicion may be imaginary. Do you know, Mr. Harish, you can be arrested by a constable just mere on the suspicion without any concrete reason. You are having no other option but to take bail. Why this kind of the law should be on the Indian citizen? We should have the other strategies to take care of the eventuality and emergency. I am saying that the crime-free Bharat is doable. I have already submitted it. Concept note to the government of India. Did 12 Smart India hackathons. You were also associated with that. We are having the MOU with the 53 universities. How many people, they have done major and minor project and internship with us? They have developed various models which need to be incorporated. When you are in power, all the technical institution will be under you, and the work could be done within 3 months. Especially when you are having the whole concept and notice model in your mind. Where's the problem? Writing code is not a big issue. Is it a big issue? I am saying, is it a big issue? It is a small issue which could be done very well within 3 months. Then everything will be technology driven. People will not be having the wrong option. Is it not a humiliating that terrorist who has killed thousands of the people, everybody is bothered about his human right? I am saying the person who is not caring for the others' human rights, the human right will cease to exist for him. Why we can't talk that boldly? People are talking of the anonymity and privacy. We said we are guaranteeing you the right to privacy. We have already submitted a law to the government of India to that effect. But your right to privacy is conditional. The moment you will commit crime, your right to privacy will cease to exist. क्रिमिनल्स के लिए राइट टू प्राइवेसी नहीं है. ईश्वर को तो सब चीज मालूम होती है. तो that system should know everything. Rather, if some unrecognized act is happening, it will create an alarm and you will be arrested. If the system is not having your profile, it will be creating your profile. It will be knowing how you laugh, how you run, what is your impression, expressions, everything would be there. Do you agree with me? So, can you make a humble request to you? We have already lost previous precious days. Can you start from today? And I will be very happy to join you through the video conference. I understand that. Can you delegate and can you delegate your this arranging of the meeting to someone next to you? No, they say meeting people of importance to us whom we would like to see as a winner, as a Chandragupta. That is the different activity. I am saying approaching the people of our area of influence, discussing them with the concept, giving them the option whether they want to be the kept behind the curtain as a member or they would like to proceed themselves as a Chandragupta. So becoming Chandragupta or member is option available to each and every Karnataka person, each and everybody. It is not only available कि हमने इनको टिकट दे दिया हमने किसी को टिकट नहीं दिया. So that is the thing. हाँ हाँ हाँ. Right, Mr. Harish, should I expect that you can delegate this task to someone so that our time could be lost, and again when you are having the time and energy you can really do it yourself, or you can contribute or you can join them. Uh, and because time is very precious, we cannot really afford to lose time anymore. And you are giving the option to each individual. So from our side nobody will be the candidate. We can approach them that you are the fit person to become Chandragupta. We will try to help him out, but everybody has to prove that he is Chandragupta. He cannot be a declared candidate from our side. Huh? Is it making sense to you? Kuriya. हाँ. हाँ ठीक है. Okay. So, Mr. Harish, I will be talking to you in the evening. I will deeply appreciate if you can organize something so that some work should start. And please, Johanna, don't look for the candidate. However, the good people you feel, they should be approached for becoming Chandraguptas because that will be good for the system. But this option has to be given to each and every person of Karnataka, irrespective of his mental, physical, and that status, because his own intellect is not important in our scheme of things. Because the intellect part has been kept for the Chandraguptas, and it is their job to bring technology. It is their job to bring law set that will be deliberated publicly, and that will be there will be a public discourse. There will be discourse and discussion with the Chandraguptas also, and whatever will come in the deliberation, the best thing would be incorporated, and that best thing will be then will be made the law. That will be made the procedure, and that will be made the technology. We are not dependent on the intellect of our Chandraguptas. That is a very most important part of our model. So they can be in front line, and they can be the our MLAs, they can be our ministers, they can be our Mukhyamantri. At the same time, our dependence on them is zero. They will also be given the opportunity to have the deliberations, and their sensible suggestions would be incorporated. Once the final version would be made, they are already pledged to say हाँ की जीत हुई और ना की हार हुई. Do you agree with me? Our dependency on the Chandragupta for bringing this 21 objective on the ground is not really dependent on the Chandraguptas. So this is a very powerful model. Give it a try. When you are not you need not to really pay a single penny. I fail to understand what the problem. Mhm. I will request you, I will share the link which I have already deliberated. You just go through that, everything has been given to that. It will be the app which will be proving your identity. It is the app which will be proving that you are in an isolated place. It is the app which will be proving that you are not under the fear psychosis. Then it is the responsibility of the app to make you informed voter. Once it will be asserted you are the informed voter, then the voting window will open, and every time it will be reminding you to do vote. And even after basically when your voting window will be over, say we intend to keep it around 45 days, right, in beginning. So even if in 45 days if you don't vote, you will get a certificate or notice from app that despite these many reminders you did not do your constitutional obligation, hence your identity is being conveyed everywhere, and you will be made to pay 10% till the next election when you vote. So within one or two election, there will be 100% voting. Rather, it may happen in the first voting itself if we properly advertise it. And we do not need any publicity material, because when in your will be through the app will be telling you if you will not do your constitutional obligation, you will be made to suffer, because everywhere for every work or every work you will be doing, you have to pay 10% more, right? Right? Hello, Mr. Harish. Can you hear me? So I humbly request you, please start your work. And I am having the great concern for your mom's health and your commitment to look after her. But may I humbly request that whenever, wherever possible, do till then, till then, uh, if you can delegate some part of it, and if it could be done, and let's not limit yourself to the identifying somebody. If you are having a list of the 10 good people, make it a part of a sangosti. While you are briefing them, let the 10-20 people of his followers should also be there. If it may not appeal to Mr. Tejasvi, it may appeal to their followers. For us, everybody is equal. Are you getting my point? So, may I request that you will take the note of the whatever we have discussed, and whatever little you can start from today. I will be highly obliged if you can really start that. Right. So I convey my gratitude to you, and I really wish for early recovery of your mom, and I am very sure she will be well soon. And slowly you will be in position to contribute your little more time, and talk to the people those who boast that they are having relationship with the so many organizations. Why everybody should not be briefed about it? Let them take a call whether they want to join or they want to remain behind the curtain and do the compliance of the membership obligation, or they want to be group themselves. Let me share my experience. I have spoken to the thousands of the people, and almost 95-99% they want to become Chandragupta. So why the Chandragupta should be imposed from the outside? Let everybody should prove. Let they should be in competition, and this is the most democratic way to do it. The parties, they are giving the tickets to the wrong people, and wrong people are being imposed on us. I have already discussed the Uttar Pradesh, where 205 people out of 403 they are the criminals, which makes it 51%. When we will be ashamed of our behavior. So I think let's call it a day. I will speak to you in evening. I humbly request you to please don't waste your time. Right? Okay. Thank you.